Welcome back. Here with Money, 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 and this week we are discussing general insurance beyond the realm of motor and health. And the one policy that perhaps everyone needs to have is home insurance, and that's exactly what we're discussing with both our guests. So, Mr. Satapathy, we just spoke about basic, fire policies and what all they cover. Right. Would you advise one to perhaps also look at, a comprehensive home insurance cover?
Yeah. That's exactly the point what I was telling, that if you buy for CATEG, one is obviously the building per se, the other is your content. Now when you come to content, you have various things in your house, you have possibly all the furniture, fixtures, fittings, and you have clothes, you have got jewelry, you have got a lot of things, all white goods and all. So those can be covered against burglary and theft and also larceny. This also can cover your mechanical, electrical breakdown. A lot of people would have come across lightning surge and TV suddenly goes up. And then you understand that it's going to cost you 20,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees. Yeah. So those things are covered. There are 11, 12 sections. Different companies offer different sections. But there are few sections which are very, very essential. A jewelry cover, burglary theft cover, a breakdown cover is something that you should look at.
So, Mr. Rao, comment on this. At Future Generali, the comprehensive home cover that you offer, does it include a lot of the points that Mr. Satapathy is talking about? And again, what are the key grey areas that a person should keep in mind? Because it sounds very nice to know that everything will be covered, but does everything actually get covered?
Yes, what Satapathy explained, we have all these covers, plus we have additional covers like you can cover your maids for workman compensation. You can have a public liability cover.
And what's a public liability cover?
Public liability cover is basically you are responsible towards the society. Okay, you are living in a building, and due to your action something happens and someone can sue you.
Oh, so the policy will cover that as well.
You can cover that as well.
Okay.
And nowadays you carry credit cards always. You must be using it. Sometimes there is a possibility of losing them. So if you lose that, you can even cover the liability towards that, but you have to take certain steps on that.
So this is interesting because, I was going to talk about credit cards separately as well, because I don't think a credit card protection cover is being sold as a standalone policy in the market right now.
With us, we have it in the part of Home Suraksha policy.
Okay.
And not only credit card cover, we are covering even you're withdrawing cash from the ATM and going out and somebody robs you with that money, even that is covered.
Oh, wow.
So that's part of ATM cover, what we call. So not only basic covers what we call fire insurance under it, and burglary, theft and all risk for jewelries and breakdowns. You can cover your laptops under electronic equipment insurance.
I'm going to come down.
All those are.
I'm going to talk money, because this is money, money, money. As you just explained, that standalone basic fire policy, probably we're talking about 500 rupees premium, and the cover could be up to 50 lakhs. Now, if you're talking about this far more comprehensive home policy, then how much money will I have to pay?
So it all depends. It's not that you need to take all the sections.
Sure.
Okay. You can take minimum 3 sections and you take larger number of sections, you get some discounts also on the premiums.
Okay.
Plus, if you look at the premium will not go beyond 4,000 to 5,000 rupees in a year.
Okay. And if you're saying
looking at a little mid-size cover,
which would cover a lot of the white goods, perhaps, would that also cover the credit card sort of a bit of it, or would that be?
You can select. It's out of 10 sections, you can choose what you want to.
I get that. I'm just trying to understand from a cost point of view. If you're looking at, let's say, the ATM cover or the credit card cover, because there the liability could be slightly bigger, then what sort of a premium do I have to pay?
The premiums for those sections are not very high.
Okay.
Okay. The premiums probably you may end up paying larger premiums for your all risk covers when you cover jewelry.
Okay.
And your breakdown covers. For these additional covers are not very expensive. Okay. If you look at even burglary cover is not very expensive. When you add your jewelry, that's the one which costs you. If you want to avoid that, you can.
So typically, if you want your jewelry to be covered, and you said it's not just jewelry lying in the house, it could also be jewelry in your bank locker.
In the bank locker also.
Then by how much does that 4,000-5,000 rupee figure, premium figure, by how much does it go up?
I will tell you, suppose you take a for rough 10 lakh of rupees average, you take jewelry, it will cost you around 1,000 rupees.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. So, Mr. Satapathy, now having heard a lot of this, how would you advise someone to go about narrowing in on the right home insurance product?
Okay, that's a very tough question to answer. It depends on each individual. Like you may not be a owner of a house, but you would like to cover your content, so you can cover your content. If you're owner of a house, but you don't have any content there, but somebody else is staying, you can only take the cover for the house.
Correct.
I suppose the few sections which you should take is basically contents for burglary and theft. You must take for the white goods, for the breakdown. You must take that. And you choose the other section depending upon your need. Like it said, for the maids, for the drivers. Do you really want to cover them? Yes, if you want to cover them, please take a cover for them. Anything happens to them, the company pays it. So the claims are the easiest to get in this particular policy. And I will actually go one step ahead and actually tell you, insurance companies are looking that such people should buy this policy, and actually I'm prepared to pay their claim. So
that some good word of mouth publicity starts happening at least.
Exactly. So that is, if it is money, so I would always love to say that please go ahead and buy this policy, because this is possibly the best policy.
So do you have any sort of favorite policies, or do you have some advice for people, or at least some of the companies that one can consider?
Yeah, well, I mean, most of the companies are having this policy. When I say most, almost everyone has the policy. And you have a company like New India, which has a first loss policy, which says, okay, I will only cover 1 lakh rupees. I'll cover only 5 lakh rupees. So you can actually decide the amount and cover it. So in case of loss, you get that.
You have this first loss cover.
Okay.
Basically, first loss cover is, there is no underinsurance applicable on this.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose you have a value of, say, 10 lakhs, but you are covered only 5 lakhs. Normally, in normal policies, there is underinsurance because you have chosen to cover only 50% of it, you get 50% of claim. In this policy, in first loss basis policy, you will not have underinsurance effect on it. So if you are covered up to 5 lakhs, you will get up to 5 lakhs.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break on that note, but more about general insurance on the other side. And also a quick note on some interesting developments. The government has now launched a scheme by which you can just buy insurance cover by spending 1 rupee the next time you travel on a train. We'll get you the details.